JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, man who attempted to steal £10 yam ordered to pay $50,000. A man was ordered to pay $50,000 for the £10 yellow yam he attempted to steal from a farm he worked on. Appearing before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday, Paul Edwards initially pleaded not guilty to the charge of breeder larceny, but ultimately changed his plea after a lengthy discussion about the facts that led to his arrest on April 24. Court documents revealed that the owner of the yam, Jason Linton, watched Edwards taking out his yam from the ground, and then he attempted to jump over a fence with the crop, but Linton held on to him. The police were called and Edwards was arrested. "Did you go over to his property?" Senior Parish Judge Lauren Cole Montague inquired. "I worked over there, ma'am," Edwards answered, as he explained that both men work on the property, owned by a man only identified as Mr. Morris. "So in the night, you went over there?" Cole Montague continued her questioning. "To pick up the yam, but I was employed there," Edwards replied. While still maintaining that he did not try to steal the yam, Edwards told the judge that he dug out the yam around 3 p.m., but he only returned to collect it around 5:30 p.m. because he was delivering something to the owner of the property. He said the police arrived around 8:30 p.m. According to the court documents, when he was being arrested, Edwards pleaded with both the police officer and Linton. In the police statement, Edwards was quoted as saying, "Officer, me sorry, me now go do it again." He then reportedly turned to Linton and said, "Jason, let me the police them lock me up. Remember me and your friend and I me grow you." Looking to get more information from the accused, the judge asked, "Sir, you did tell the officer say you're sorry after them did tell you about the offense of breeder larceny?" He answered by saying, "Yes, ma'am." "So what were you saying sorry for?" The judge questioned him further. "I did go out there, but he's never steal it," Edwards said. After another round of questioning, Edwards said in a resigned tone, "I am guilty, ma'am." Speaking up for the first time, Linton said, "Him just need to speak the truth. I just want him to stay far away from me." Telling the judge that he wants Edwards to pay him back for the 10 pounds of yam, Linton asked for $50,000. Edwards agreed and is to return to court on May 31 to pay the first $25,000. Conditions were included in his bail. Edwards was ordered to not interfere with Linton, to not visit Linton's farm, and a curfew order was made from 8:30 p.m. to 6 a.m. Global scam busted. 2 Jamaicans reportedly acted as money couriers in a sophisticated international scam that laundered more than $6 million in drug trafficking proceeds from Colombian cartels are to be extradited to the United States, while a 3rd Jamaican implicated in the scheme, Seabright Affleck, was arrested. All 3 were arrested on Tuesday, but St. Devon Anthony Cover of Manchester and Dennis Rowe of Kingston, who were first held, both waived their rights to an extradition hearing when they appeared in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court. They have all been indicted in the U.S. on charges of laundering of monetary instruments and aiding and abetting. The Jamaicans are among 19 people who have so far been hit with a range of criminal charges for their alleged involvement in the scheme, which had been under investigation since 2016 by law enforcers in Jamaica, the U.S. and Colombia, among others. Cover is alleged to have delivered $268,000 to undercover police or a confidential informer. Roy is said to have handed over $606,000, while Affleck of Portmore reportedly delivered $650,000. Each of the defendants played different roles: money couriers, money brokers, drug trafficking organization suppliers, and business owners. According to the indictment, throughout the 5-year probe dubbed Operation Thin Ice, approximately $6 million in Colombian drugs proceeded through banks in the Caribbean, the US, and Europe. Approximately $1 million was seized from corporate bank accounts and other investigative activity. Investigators also traced or seized nearly 3,000 kilograms of cocaine, with a street value of more than $90 million to the money laundering organization. This includes approximately 1,193 kilograms of cocaine seized at sea, 60 miles south of Jamaica in July 2019, as well as 1,555 kilograms of cocaine snared in 9 scrap metal shipping containers at the port of Buenaventura, Colombia in March 2019. Law enforcers from Jamaica, the US, Colombia, Canada, Spain, and other countries successfully infiltrated the organization and obtained hundreds of recorded communications involving the defendants via telephone calls, text messages, wiretap interception, and in-person meetings. money laundering conspiracy, and laundering of monetary instruments charges attract a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison and a fine of up to $500,000 or twice the amount involved. 2 dead in Westmoreland motorcycle collision. 2 motorcyclists died in a collision along Londilo Main Road in Savlamar, Westmoreland on Tuesday. One of the deceased has been identified as 67-year-old Roy Porter, a labourer of Big Bridge in the parish. The identity of the other victim has not yet been ascertained. Reports are that about 6 p.m., Porter was driving in a westerly direction heading towards Negril when a red motorcycle being driven by the unidentified man allegedly overtook a line of traffic. The unidentified man lost control of the vehicle and collided with Porter's bike, the police said. Both men were severely injured and transported to hospital, where Porter was pronounced dead. The other man succumbed while undergoing treatment. Cops identify persons of interest in Old Harbour murder. Police have identified a few persons of interest in connection with Sunday's killing of a resident at the Bannister housing scheme in Old Harbour, St. Catherine. Crazy Kamla McGregor, a 23-year-old auto repairman, was shot dead by gunmen as he stood at a premises in the scheme. The police investigations into the incident are ongoing as they make every effort to pick up these persons of interest. It is reported that about 6 p.m., McGregor was standing along the main road in the community when a grey hatchback Subaru motor car drove past. The car reportedly turned and returned to where McGregor was standing and stopped at his feet. 2 men alighted from the car and opened gunfire, hitting him all over his body, and he fell to the ground. The men then drove away, making their escape. The police were summoned, and McGregor was rushed to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Police ID second of 2 men killed by St. Thomas cop. Police have now identified the second of 2 people who were shot dead by an off-duty policeman in St. Thomas 3 weeks ago. The second deceased was recently identified as 16-year-old Enzo Mason, a resident of Jones Avenue in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. The first deceased was identified a few days after the incident as Alwyn Thompson of Artis, Yallis in the parish. Both were reportedly shot after one of them was seen with a gun. Much information could not be gathered about Mason, but Thompson is said to have a criminal history in the parish after being charged several times before. He has also done prison time. Reports were that about 9:20 p.m., the policeman, who was assigned to the Yallis police station, was on his way home when, upon reaching a section of the roadway, 2 men, one of whom had a gun, walked across the thoroughfare. The cop stopped his vehicle and disembarked with his firearm in hand and subsequently informed the men that he was a member of the police force. The armed man then allegedly pointed the weapon in the direction of the lawman, who took evasive action and fired in their direction. Both men were shot and the gun seized. The Yallis police were notified of the incident and the men were assisted to the hospital where they were pronounced dead. Murders up 6.5%. Murders in Jamaica have increased by 6.5%. The latest crime statistics published by the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF is indicating that, up to Monday, May 23, 35 more people have been killed in 2022 when compared to the similar period in 2021. Murders now stand at 574. The St. Mary Police Division has the largest percentage increase of 500% and has seen murders run away in the parish when compared to the previous year. A total of 18 people have been killed in 2022 when compared to 3 in 2021. Of the 19 police divisions, St. James has seen the most killings with 96 murders, whereas Portland has recorded the least with 4. Shootings, injured persons, rape and robberies have declined. Break-ins, however, is up 5.8% over the period under review. 131 new COVID-19 cases, 3 more deaths. Jamaica on Tuesday recorded 131 new cases of COVID-19 and 3 new virus-related deaths, bringing the total confirmed cases to 135,462 and the death toll to 3,042. Of the newly reported cases, there were 84 females and 47 males, with ages ranging from 1 day to 108 years. The new cases were recorded in St. James 49, Kingston and St. Andrew 36, St. Anne 14, Westmoreland 13, St. Anne 8, St. Catherine 7, Clarendon 5, Manchester 6, Hanover 3, Portland and St. Mary 2. St. Elizabeth, St. Thomas and Trelawney were the only parishes to record 0 cases. Meanwhile, the latest fatalities are a 51-year-old male from St. Catherine who died in February 2021, an 85-year-old female from St. Catherine who died in August 2021, and a 59-year-old man from Clarendon who died in May 2022. According to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the country also recorded 156 new recoveries for a total of 86,444. The country's positivity rate from the latest batch of testing is 28.3%. 107 patients are hospitalized, 3 of them are critically ill. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.